Alright, so to get started with the chow mein, just put some water in a pot and let it boil. We're using this chow mein noodles we got from the store. They were really cheap and pretty good. For the vegetables, I used a whole head of Chinese cabbage and a bunch of spinach. We just had this in our fridge. Some carrots and some sweet potato chopped up, and an onion. Then for the sauces, we're using this soja sauce. We got these sauces from our landlord. This sweet chili sauce for chicken, salt and pepper, of course, and then this is just 2 cloves of garlic mixed in with the soja sauce, and it's been stinking up the apartment. Then I used 1 egg just for some protein, also to glue the noodles to the vegetables better. Again, use whatever you have in your fridge. Our fridge is actually empty now because of this. So we're going to blanch the carrot and sweet potato. Then, if the water's boiling, add in the chow mein noodles. We have to boil these, just as the package says, for 4 minutes. Then after 3-4 minutes, take the sweet potato out and run them under cold water. So side note, the other day we got actual Nutella at Aldi. It was about $2.70. It was a little bit of a splurge for us, and as you can see, it is empty. We tried the knockoff brand Nutella, which was like $1.50, so significantly cheaper. It's a little more. Here's our personal review.
The new one, Nutella as we call it, is a little more hazelnutty than normal Nutella. I prefer the actual legit Nutella.
This guy's a Nutella snob.
Yeah, but that's okay.
And
Okay, personal preference.
I don't mind it. I think that one is just as good, but I guess it is a little darker, a little more hazelnutty. This is a little creamier, a little sweeter, and less hazelnutty. So, if you were wondering, should I get the real thing or not the real thing, just depends. Do you like it creamier, or do you like it thicker, darker, hazelnuttier? And do you like spending less money? I think these are the same size. I'm gonna do a voiceover over this.
Gotcha.
You know, one of those videos.
Poopy chop.
So let's start making the chow mein. Add a tablespoon of olive oil to a pan. Then add the onions in and start sauteing them. At this point, I also added the garlic and soja sauce mix to help the flavors start marrying. Then once that cooks down a little, add the sweet potato and carrot mixture that was pre-blanched so that they're softer and easier to cook. Then at this point, I started to add the cabbage and spinach mix, just added a handful at a time. It looks like a huge amount, but they will shrink down significantly. This dish goes a really long way. It is pretty healthy, tons of vegetables, egg, and then just some noodles, and it is very cheap. I think for the 2 of us, this meal cost something around $3 or so for the stuff we used. Again, I added just some more of the chili sauce and some more of the soja sauce because I tasted it and it needed some more seasoning. This made a significant amount of food, made 2 hefty portions, and we had a little bit left over, which we ate. So there you go, guys. There's a chow mein. Eat it with some orange chicken or wontons or spring rolls. We just had ours with some water. And tonight, we don't do this every night, but we decided to watch some Netflix while enjoying our food. Our current shows are Designated Survivor and Better Call Saul. Okay, so moving on to the banana Nutella pancake muffins, or cupcakes, whatever you want to call them. Just add 3/4 cup of flour. We're using organic whole wheat flour because it was only $1 for that bag, or euro. Then a half teaspoon of baking powder and some salt, and mix up those dry ingredients. This makes only 4 muffins, so just be aware of that if you want to double the recipe. Then in a separate bowl, combine 1 egg, 4 tablespoons, 4.5 tablespoons of butter or olive oil. We did olive oil, and mash up 1 banana. And add to that also 1/2 cup of sugar. We decided to use stevia, which was also really cheap here, surprisingly. So just mash that up. The riper, the better. Then we melted 1 heaping tablespoon of Nutella or Nussetti. And there it is. And then add the dry ingredients slowly and try to stir it as little as possible. That's what the recipe said. It will ensure that they're nice and fluffy. And then just add them to your cupcake or muffin tins.
You see the difference between baking powder and soda?
Man, those are good.